I went after a dream that I had. I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I pursued that dream. I enjoyed it. It was a great experience, but I also felt like I needed to take a break from that and pursue something else. That's what I did. It doesn't mean that you failed. It means that you learned from it. I enjoyed it. I have no regrets. Let's not go too far. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been so long since I sat down to make a YouTube video, but I'm trying to get better with that, and I'm going to try something new where I post at least every first Sunday of the month or every second Sunday of the month. I haven't quite decided yet, but I'm back now. I definitely miss making YouTube videos. And I have so many exciting things happening in my life that I want to share with y'all. The month of November though is very special to me because 5 years ago in 2019, I sat for my real estate license exam and I got my real estate license. So it's been 5 years since I became a real estate agent, and I can't believe how time flies, because 5 years ago I was watching real estate videos and vlogs. So it's super cool to be on the other side of the screen sharing things about real estate and my journey so far. 2020 was a good year for me. It was a good start for me, even though it was the pandemic. Then 2021 was a great year. 2022, the year after I left my 9-to-5 to do real estate full time, was horrible business wise. It was the worst year I had business wise. Then 2023 was the best year I had business wise. So in January 2023, I started working at a new construction company, and I've shared this on my channel before, but I was working at a company that built new homes and I was on site selling those homes. So I was working Tuesday through Saturday every week. So I was working every single Saturday. And the money was great, but the environment was not. So it was a very stressful work environment. When you're working in a sales job, there's so much pressure to meet sales goals. And it felt like we were not really focused on the people anymore. And I missed that part of real estate. So it wasn't the right fit for me. I was very stressed out. My mental health was not in a good space. My skin was breaking out. I just wasn't enjoying my job anymore. I felt like I just got so burned out because of the high pressure that we were experiencing at that job. So I left that job last year in August, and then a couple months later, I started at a new real estate company, new construction company that was in a different state. And I didn't like that job either because it was the same thing, micromanagement. It was a high pressure environment. You had to meet these daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and it was just very stressful. I was also on the phone every day, and I'm an introvert, so I hated that. I don't know why I ever took that job, but it wasn't a good fit for me. And I was in a different state for the first time. I absolutely did not like that job. So I left that job, and then I went to another new construction company, and I was hesitant about taking that job because they had given me an offer before, and I decided not to go through with it. But I knew that at this last company I would have to work on Sunday, and working on Sunday is like my conviction. When I say conviction, I just mean like a strong belief, like a strongly held belief that I had. Like Sunday, I've been working since I was in high school, and I've never worked on Sunday. I think I worked on Sunday for like 4 months with this one job, but I do not like working on Sunday. Like, that's my time to spend time with my family, spend time with my fiance, go to church, like hang out with my friends, go to festivals, anything that I want to do, like just relax if I want to, catch up on my shows if I want to. Like, Sunday is like my day to just chill, relax, not have to work. But I sacrificed working on Sundays, something that I really didn't want to do, because I knew that the income potential was great at this other company. And the funny thing is, I was only there for 3 months. Don't judge me. The funny thing is, though, in the 3 months that I was there, I didn't sell any houses. And it was so interesting to me because I know what I'm capable of. I've been doing this for years. I know how to sell a house. I know how to market. Even though I don't really like having to market on social media, I know how to market on social media. So the fact that I didn't sell any homes in 3 months, and it wasn't just me, there were other people that were not selling. Other people left the company because they were not selling. And we are real people with real bills, real blessings that we have to pay for. So I call my bills blessings. So that's what I mean when I say real blessings we have to pay for. I was saying to myself, okay, you took this job, even though you have to work on Sundays, working every single week. So every Saturday and Sunday, like not having any weekends off. It was a high pressure environment. Management did not care about what we were experiencing. There were so many comments that were made that were so insensitive. Someone had to sell their car in order to pay their bills. Like there were so many different things that were going on at that company. Also with this company, I knew that this company had a reputation for the quality of homes that they built, but I didn't know it was that bad. Being able to see behind the scenes, the way that they were building these houses, the things that they were doing behind the scenes, the way that they were treating customers who had issues with the houses, it was not okay. And morally, I just didn't feel okay selling these houses to people. Like it just did not feel right to me. Like I just couldn't do it. Knowing the quality of these houses and knowing that somebody is about to buy something for $250,000, $300,000, I couldn't do it. Like it was just hard for me. And it got to the point where I just didn't feel passionate about my job anymore. I just wasn't into it. Like my heart wasn't into it. And I didn't want to be responsible for selling somebody a house that could fall apart, knowing what I know about how these houses were built. So I left that position this summer, and that was my third real estate job within the last year and a half. So in a year and a half, from January 2023 until June 2024, I had 3 different real estate jobs. And I was like, enough is enough. Perhaps this is not where I'm supposed to be. The day that I left this last company, I found out that I would be a part-time instructor at the university I graduated from, which is the same university I worked at for 3 years before I left to do real estate full-time. And I was ecstatic. I was like, man, this is perfect timing. Literally, I resigned at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and by noon I found out that I would be teaching. So originally I was only supposed to teach 2 or 3 classes, but I end up teaching 4 classes. So even though it's part-time, it feels like full-time, but I enjoy what I do. I love being back in the classroom. My background is in education. Teaching is one of my gifts. So I love what I get to do. And on top of that, I'm also an academic advisor in the same college that I teach in. So in the business school, I am an instructor and I'm an academic advisor. So I started that job in September. So it's only been 2 months, but so far I love it. I love what I get to do. I love the work-life balance. Oh my goodness, like in real estate, or if you're working for yourself in any position, you're most likely working 24/7. People are constantly emailing you, calling you, texting you, which is why I have a separate business phone and a personal phone. And even my new job doesn't have my personal phone number because boundaries. Thankfully though, I don't have to worry about that. No one is calling me after hours. I don't check my email after hours. I don't have to take work home. I generate more PTO because even though all of those 3 real estate jobs were commission based, I still had to take off time, even though I wasn't being paid to be there or not. Like, if I wanted to take off time, it would have to get approved. But if I didn't go to work, or if I did go to work, I wasn't being paid to be there, which was just another reason why I left, because it's like, I'm not selling houses and I'm not being paid to be here. So why am I still here? I think what I really needed was a break from real estate, because I love real estate and I'm not ready to stop doing real estate. So I'm still doing real estate on the side. I just had a closing a couple days ago, and I'm in the process, my fiance and I are in the process of purchasing a new home. But prayerfully, I will have another closing coming up in a couple of months. But I think what I needed was just a break from real estate. And doing this last closing, it just reminded me of how much I love real estate. So I'm not saying that I'll never ever work for myself again, because there are benefits that come with it. The income potential is, there's no max to how much income you can make. You have freedom of your schedule if you put those boundaries in place. And there's just a different type of joy that comes with being able to help people in that way, especially like your relatives or like your close friends, being able to see God move in my transactions was just amazing to me, and it took my faith to a whole nother level. But I enjoy what I'm doing now. I also enjoy real estate, so I think next year I will want to do more real estate deals, but not to the point where I'm doing like multiple deals at once. Like maybe one deal at a time. Like I'm thinking like between 3 to 5, 3 to 6 deals next year. But anyway, I've said this before on my channel, like I've always enjoyed having some type of business ever since I was like 9 or 10 years old, whether it was making bracelets, selling school supplies, selling candles, selling houses. Like I love being involved in business. It's like a creative outlet for me, but I don't want it to become something that I'm no longer passionate about because I'm being overwhelmed or stressed out. So I just have to put boundaries around it. And before I started working at these new construction companies, I had boundaries in place because I realized that hustle culture was not for me. Like just the everyday grind, hustle, working 24 hours. There were times where I was showing houses on Easter. I've shown houses on Father's Day. I've shown houses Christmas Eve, the day after Christmas, New Year's Eve. I remember I had to go to a funeral one morning and I literally showed a house before the funeral, and it was a funeral for a family member. Like you're constantly working. Like the grind never stops because the income is so great, but being able to make that amount of income comes with a price. Having consistent income means working consistently, and that working looks different. Like people are calling you, texting you at 2 o'clock in the morning. At those companies, they will be calling me at 9 o'clock at night, like texting at 5 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, before I could even get out of the bed. So there are so many things that come with real estate and working for yourself, and I enjoy it, but I just need a break. I just need a break for right now before I step back into it part-time. Being back at a 9 to 5, I've been so much happier. I love that I get more PTO. I love the built-in breaks, like spring break, the winter break. We're gonna get 12 days off paid. Like I enjoy it. I love not having to take work home. I love that I get off at the same time. I know my paycheck is going to look the exact same every single month. If I want to do anything outside of that, if I want to bring in additional income, I can, but I know that this will be my paycheck every single month. So I enjoy that. I enjoy what I do, and I just wanted to give you guys that update because I know I've done a lot of videos about entrepreneurship, about working for myself, and what that journey has been like for me. So it was only right that I gave y'all an update to let you know what's been going on, how I feel about it now, where I am right now. So I'm excited to share more good news with you guys. As you can see, my hair is different. So January will be 1 year with my micro locks. So I definitely want to do a video about that. And then in February will be 8 years since I became plant-based. So I would love to share like what that journey has been like for me, what it looks like now. Do I still eat the same things? But that's all for today. I hope this video encourages someone to go after what you desire. I went after a dream that I had. I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I pursued that dream. I enjoyed it. It was a great experience, but I also felt like I needed to take a break from that and pursue something else. That's what I did. It doesn't mean that you failed. It means that you learned from it. I enjoyed it. I have no regrets. Let's not go too far. I pursued my dream of becoming a full-time real estate agent / entrepreneur. I enjoyed it. It had its pros and its cons, but here I am now, and I'm just excited to continue to share this journey with you guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.